Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Dyvonne, and today I'm going to share with y'all how I make my sausage and peppers in the crock pot. I'm also going to share with you what I do if I have any leftovers of my sausage and peppers as well, how I do my leftovers with those, and also if you're going to have like a party, how to do it if you're having a party. So in my pan, what I like to do is I like to actually sear the peppers. I like to get kind of that brown on the peppers. Now you don't have to do this step, but I really find that it brings out a lot of the flavor as well in my Italian sausage. Now tonight I'm just going to be cooking for 3 of us. We are a family of 5, but tonight I'm just going to be cooking for 3 of us, and I will have some leftovers like I talked about. So I put a little bit of olive oil into my pan, and then it was about a tablespoon, and then I spread my peppers out, and then what I'm going to do is I have my flame on a medium. I'm going to go ahead and sear it really nicely, and then once my peppers are nice and seared, then we're going to go ahead and transfer those over into our slow cooker. Now if you are new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're a returner, welcome back. And on my channel, I love to share with all of you what I cook and bake for my family in my kitchen. I have old-fashioned recipes that I love to share with y'all, to authentic Mexican dishes that I have learned from being in my sister-in-law's kitchen, to making and baking things from scratch, to doctoring up some wonderful box cake mixes. So if you enjoy that content, I hope you consider subscribing. So what I did was I went on and I sliced up an onion, and I'm using a sweet onion. And so I went on and I sliced up a sweet onion, and I'm just using about a little less than half, about a third of the onion I went on and sliced up. And now I'm going to slice up some red pepper and also some green bell pepper. I'm going to go ahead and seed both of these as well. I'm only using half of the pepper, but if you like a good amount of pepper, you can definitely use it all. I'm just using half today, and I'm going to save those other halves for another recipe. My sausages are nice and seared, and it only took maybe about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to take these out of my pan, and I'm going to put in those peppers that we sliced, the peppers and onions. I'm just going to saute those just for a few minutes. I really like the flavor that they're going to pick up from the saute of the olive oil and from those flavors from the sausages, and all that is going to transfer over into our crock pot as well. And I'm not going to brown or sear the peppers. I'm just sauteing them, getting them just softened up and just picking up that flavor that I was talking about. And so be mindful that you don't want to brown your peppers. Now the slow cooker I'm using, it's about a 2.5 quart size slow cooker. If you're making these for a party, you go ahead and double the sausage that you're using, so you'd use 12, and then you cut those in half to give yourself 24 pieces, and you'd also want to use yourself a bigger crock pot as well. So I went on and I added in the onion and our peppers that we sauteed, and then to that I'm also going to add some crushed red pepper flakes, and I'm only a couple of pinches. I'm going to put my crock pot on high as well, and these are the red pepper flakes that I'm using. You just want to use just a couple pinches. This is optional, but I feel that it really helps to bring the dish together and just gives it that little extra flavor right there. Then I'm going to use 1 can. This is a 14.5 ounce can of Italian recipe diced tomatoes, and these tomatoes have the oregano, garlic, and basil in them, and so those are the ones that you want to look for. Now in the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make this wonderful, quick and easy crock pot recipe. And then also what I do is I just put about a fourth of the can, just a fourth of the can of water, get the rest of the essence of the tomatoes out of there, and you just need a fourth of the can of water. Then I put my top on. You're going to let this cook for about 4 to 5 hours on high. If you're going to cook it on low, you're going to cook it on low for about 7 to 8 hours. And this is what it looks like. Our peppers, they look so good. They are nice and tender. And then I like to go ahead and check my sausage, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut it on the side. And you see it is nice and juicy. It is nice and done. I'm going to go ahead and service up some. So I have my hoagie rolls, and I went on and I put them in the oven in the broiler and just kind of toasted them up. I like mine a little toasted, and it is smelling so good in the kitchen right now. And remember to stay to the end because I'm going to share the second recipe and what to do if you happen to have any leftovers. And I am getting your bite ready. Are you ready for your bite? Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Y'all, this is so good. This comes out so good. My peppers is just falling all over the place. It is nice, full of flavor. It is juicy. Oh my goodness. This is an easy meal to make, whether it be a hot day or either for game day. Well, this is what we're going to do with our leftovers. I have some of this Italian cheese blend. I had a couple of peppers that I went on and I sliced up. And then I also have some penne pasta, and I went on and I boiled and cooked the penne pasta with a little bit of salt. And this is going to be leftovers that we're just going to have for two. This is just going to be for the two of us. So I just have a little pasta. And so once I've gone on and I boiled the pasta and I boiled it al dente, I'm going to put my peppers that's left over, the sausage, and then I'm also going to put all of the juice that's left over. So we definitely want to keep any of the broth or juice that's left in the crock pot. You want to keep that. Now I'm using this with pasta. You can also use it with rice as well, and you can use it with any pasta that you like. And depending on how much you have left over, just a little or a lot, it just kind of depends. You want to gauge it based on if you want to make how much pasta you want to make or either how much rice you want to make. But for this, I ended up using 1 cup of the pasta that I went on and I boiled. Now once I've done that, I'm going to put some of the Italian cheese blend right on top. And with the olive oil, I just went on and put some olive oil around the bottom and around the bottom sides of my casserole dish. And with the cheese, I'm going to put about 1 cup of cheese. Just sprinkle it all over, and you can just use mozzarella cheese, any type of Italian cheese. I like this Italian blend because it has a few different cheeses. I'm going to go ahead and cover it, and I'm going to cook it in the oven just for about 25 to 35 minutes until the cheese is melted. It's nice, hot, and bubbly. And then I'm going to also serve this up with some garlic bread as well. And so that way we're getting that second meal out of that first crock pot meal. And I've always told my kids, you want to use your resources wisely. And so I've shown them and I've taught them that when we want to make a second meal, you can either use pasta or rice or either mashed potatoes or either sliced potatoes that you maybe have boiled it but you've kept whole, to go ahead and make yourself a second meal with your protein and with your vegetables. And so they have learned from me telling them and teaching them, hey, this is what we're going to do, and this is how you're going to get, stretch those dollars and stretch the meal to the next meal. And so I've gone on and I've served this up some. I have my garlic bread that's cooking in the oven, and so the garlic bread is going to soak up all that wonderful juice, all that flavorful broth that we have on our plate. And these sliced sausages and the peppers will go great over some steamed white rice with the broth on top of the white rice as well. Well, go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. This is perfect to have for dinner or to take for your lunch. I also had sprinkled a little bit of fresh flat leaf parsley on top when it was done. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me today in my kitchen. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, appreciate the content, don't forget to show it some love, give it a thumbs up, and click share. And share this video with a friend or family. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can come back and visit me again in my kitchen. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.